Hey, it's Clint, Motorcycle Monkey Channel. Thanks for being with me today, and we are at North County Indian Motorcycles to pick up the 2020 Indian Challenger. This thing is a beast. This is where they actually keep the overflow inventory, the customer pickups for the maybe the rentals or the repairs, the new bikes, and the floor. Their showroom floor is beautiful. While we're here, I just had to point out this 1942 Indian with 45 horsepower. Look at this baby. This is awesome. You can't touch it, it says, though. I so badly want to touch it just one time, but I won't. I'm going to follow the rules.
First impression, very easy to pull off the kickstand. Does not feel like an 840-pound bike at all. Super torquey. Howie had told us about that, but man, he was right. And so far, I am noticing I do like the way the handlebars are, the grips. Slightly further back than my Harley, and I'd say a little more angled toward me. But the one big thing for me is that I'm noticing the shifter and the brake are a few inches further forward than I'm used to. And I'm sure I'll get used to that and maybe even appreciate it. We'll see.
So I got to ask you, Clint, how about that suspension? What are you feeling right now when you hit bumps?
Okay, so far it's pretty similar to the Road Glide. I rode a 2019 Road Glide. I don't feel a lot of difference. Granted, we've only been riding this for a few minutes on the freeway, but to me they're just about the same. We'll see about bumps though, because as Howie stated earlier, he's talking about how this is truly state-of-the-art, high-end suspension. Fox suspension in the rear, inverted suspension in the front. That turn was super smooth on this. Being as heavy as it is, that was really, really easy at a lower speed.
The biggest thing in Southern California, as well as our roads, are terrible. And so there's always going to be those little potholes that sneak up on you out of nowhere. And I tell people all the time, if you want to know how bad the roads are here, ride a motorcycle, because you pretty much find every single bump.
Yep.
And I think that's where that bike's going to outperform the Road Glide.
There are some bikes I've taken out in the past that are great overall, but the shifting is pretty clanky. And this one is very smooth. That's something I look for. I really like it when it's just nice and easy. I really like that the stereo button down here, super simple, up and down on volume, but I love that you just press it and it mutes it for you without turning it off. I think it's really cool. You just press it again, it's back on. I'm gonna mute it here for a second though, point out some things. Obviously your speedometer, what your fuel range is right here, what gear you're in, how many miles on the tank, or you can also use the odometer on the entire bike, your tachometer. And then you can change your view here, but you've got how many minutes and hours you've been riding, your ride time, how long you've been moving, out of that time, how long you've been stopped. So if I've been riding 2 hours and 47 minutes, for 2 hours and 11 minutes, I've been moving, 35 minutes I've been stopped. That's pretty cool. 80 miles in distance, elevation change, where your battery's reading, the temperature of your motor, PSI on your front and rear tire. You can change the view here. This is all really cool. I like this a lot. So I'm digging this bike. Certainly feel the difference in the suspension. Very smooth. It's smoother at higher speeds, like a lot of bikes are. But, man, I tell you what, I'd never sell my Harley to own another bike. I'm just attached to my 2000 Road King Classic. That's just me. But I would put this in the lineup if I had enough money for a couple more bikes, for sure.